we are in this case design of shaft. So in this design of shaft, what are those? So design of shaft is going to done with the help of this two criteria. One is a strength criteria, one is a rigidity criteria. Already we discussed this one also. In strength criteria, again four categories are there. Design of shaft subjected to pure twisting means pure torque, and next case is the shaft is subjected to pure bending. Third case is a combination of torque and as well as bending. This is the third case. Okay, and the fourth one is a shaft subjected to axial loads in addition to combination of torsion and bending. Okay, so this we were discussing in the last classes. Okay, so this theory part is also over. We were in the problematic numerical solving. So what are those? So this is a these problems also we discussed when it is subjected to the pure torsion. This is the problem, the second case problem. The shaft is subjected to pure bending. In this case, the shaft is combination of combination of bending and torsion. So these three types of problems we discussed. Now the case is the fourth one. The in this case, what we are going to study here, in this fourth case, we are going to designing the shaft when the shaft is subjected to fluctuating loads. So this fluctuating also we discussed in theory part. What are those? So this is the one. Shaft subjected to fluctuating loads. It means in designing strength criteria, shaft is subjected to pure torsion, shaft subjected to pure bending, and shaft subjected to combination of bending and torsion. These three cases we studied. But in these three cases, what happening? Always the shaft is in a steady motion. Means there is no disturbance in the shaft transmitting the power. But in actual practice, we cannot find the this case. Means while the power is transmitting from the shaft to another device, the shaft is subjected to some fluctuating loads. If you see the four-wheeler moving on an uneven surface, so our practical example of four-wheelers means bus or car moving on a road is nothing but uneven surface. Okay, at this time what happened? The propeller shaft, whatever the power carrying from the engine to rear wheel, okay, here because of uneven surface, the propeller shaft is transmitting the power from the engine to rear wheel. Simultaneously it is subjected to the fluctuating loads because of the uneven surface of the road. Okay, so at this time what we need to consider, we need to consider that combined shock and fatigue factor. We need to taking the consideration of the one factor, that is combined shock and fatigue factor for bending and as well as for the torsion. So that is nothing but there is no change. The only the change is this, you know already. Equivalent torque equation is T equals square root of m square plus t square. This is the equivalent when the shaft is subjected to torque, isn't it? And another equation you know already, that is sorry, that is m plus square root of m square plus t square. Okay, so this already you know the equations. These two equations are applied only when the shaft transmitting the power with a steady motion. There is no change, there is no the shaft is not subjected to any fluctuations. Okay, so now in this case the shaft is subjecting to fluctuating loads. In this case, additionally we need to taking into consideration of shock and fatigue factors. See in this equation, km and kt. In this equation, we are multiplying with the Km here and multiplying with the Kt here. In same manner here also Km, Km, Kt. So Km is nothing but combined shock and fatigue factor for bending. Kt is nothing but combined shock and fatigue factor for torsion. So this Km and Kt's are the values we need to consider these values while solving the problem. When the shaft is stationary, when the shaft is stationary and gradually apply load, suddenly apply load, two cases are there. For that, these two cases will be given in the question. Read properly question and according to this statement, we need to select the Km value and Kt value. Okay. In same manner, rotating shaft. For when the shaft is rotating, gradually apply load, suddenly apply load, suddenly applied for heavy shock. Here, light shocks. For this value also, in the same manner, what you selected in the previous case for stationary shaft, Km value as per the given question, we need to select. Okay. So these values, anyhow, you have to remember. Any no data book is provided in examination. For that reason, you need to remember that this total how many values are there? One, two, three, four, five. Total here five. Total 10 values you need to remember. Okay. Now we'll go to the problem. So in this fourth case, we are solving the problem. The shaft is subject to combination of bending and torsion with the fluctuating loads. With the fluctuating loads. Now see the problem. A mild steel shaft transmitting the power. A mild steel transmitting the power. I'm writing the given data. In exam also you need to write. You have to write the same how I'm explaining here. First given data. Power is given 20 kilowatts. That is 20 into 10 power 3 watts. Now speed is given 200 rpm and it carries a central load. So here diagrammatic representation also you have marks. Don't forget to draw the diagram as per the given data. Okay. So here a central load is carrying here 900 newtons. So W is given as 900 newtons. So this as per the given data I am drawing this one. One central load is there. So one central load is there. Right, drawing the one type of load here on a shaft. This is the shaft. So this is the shaft and it's simply supported between the bearings. It is a simply supported. The shaft is simply supported between the bearings. So I'm drawing the bearing here. So this is the diagrammatic representation of the bearing. Make a rectangle box vertically and draw two cross marks. That is a diagrammatic representation of bearing. Okay, bearings 2.5 meters apart. The distance between these two bearings is 2.5 meter. Okay, so the length is given as 2.5 meters. Now the question is asking determine the size of the shaft. The question is determine the size of the shaft D is equal to how much? If allowable shear stress, if allowable shear stress is 42 megapascal, or else we can write as 42 Newton per mm square, and maximum tensile or compressive stress, nothing but bending stress, 56 megapascals. Not to exceed means 56 megapascals, or else we can write as 56 Newton per mm square. Okay. Now question is asking what is the size of the shaft? What is the size of the shaft? D is equal to how much? Again he is asking what is the size of the shaft required if it is subjected to gradually apply load. If it is subjected to gradually applied load. So see the statement. I made a rectangle on this statement. Okay. Why I made the rectangle? See here. Before solving the problem, First, we need to identify that the given question belongs to which category. We have total six categories. What are those? Shaft subjecting to pure torsion, shaft subjected to pure bending, shaft subjected to combination of torsion and bending. Okay, shaft subjected to axial load in addition to axial and combination of bending and torsion, strength criteria, modulus of rigidity. Okay, so among these six categories, the given question belongs to which category? So see that the diagram, observe the diagram. It is transmitting the power. It is transmitting the power 20 kilowatts, nothing but transmitting. Like this, I am showing the diagrammatic presentation, transmitting, and it is carrying the central load here. So this is a torque, and it is carrying the central load bending moment. See here, two uh, criteria is appearing here. One is a torsion, one is a bending moment. It means the system is subjected to combination of torsion and bending. Because of power transmitting, it is subjected to torque. Because of central load is carrying, it is subjected to bending moment. So two, one T, one M, two two alphabets appearing here, T and M. So T and M is nothing but combination of torsion and bending moment. So because of that reason, it is subjected to combination of combination of bending moment and torsion. It like this we need to conclude. Okay, we concluded. So after that, what we need to do? We need to select the equations. What are those equations? We have two equations: equivalent torque equation, E T E equal. Te is nothing but equivalent torque, that is square root of m square plus t square. Okay. Another is equivalent bending moment is m suffix e is equal to m plus square root of m square plus t square. So this equivalent torque equation is as per the maximum shear stress theory. As per the maximum shear stress theory. As per this theory, I selected this equation. This is the one, this second equation, ME equal. This is the maximum principal stress theory. Pulse stress theory. Okay. As per these two theory, we are following the this relation to solve the diameter of the shaft. Okay. So here to calculate the diameter shaft, what things we required? One capital M we required, one capital T we required. Again, what is the meaning of T suffix E? T suffix E is nothing but equivalent torsion equation, that is pi by 16 into sigma s into dq. Okay. So in this equation, D here is there. That is we are calculating now. Okay. Now what is capital ME? Equivalent bending moment. Equivalent bending moment meaning is what? What is the equivalent bending moment? That is pi by 32 into sigma b into d cube. So see here, this d cube, this d that we are calculating here. Okay. Now to calculate the these d values, first what the things we required? Capital M we required, capital T we required. So first capital T I am calculating, that is torque. So torque we can calculate with this power relation, P is equal to 2 pi n T by 60. So with this relation, torque T is equal to P into 60 by 2 pi n. So power value is given 20 into 10 cube into 60 by 2 pi. N value is given in the question as a 200 rpm. Okay. Now what is the answer? Tell me. What is the answer? T value. Make it fast, Babu. Don't take too much time to calculate.
954.92.
954.92. Very good. 954.92. 954.92. What is the units? What is the units?
Newton mm, sir.
Not Newton mm, Newton meter. Okay. So why Newton meter I'm writing? Power value is given in terms of watts. Watts means joules per second. Joules per second means Newton meter per second. So see here, Newton meter we are getting here. Same units should be appear here. Okay. Now torque we calculated. The next thing is m value. So to calculate m value, go to the system diagram here. It is same like a simply supported beam. Okay. At the two ends it is supported, and at the middle the load is applying. So in this case, what is the bending moment equation? In this case, what is bending moment equation? Simply supported beam carrying the central load at mid span. What is the bending moment equation at this situation? WL by 4. So this already we discussed in strength of material. Okay, WL by 4. That equation I'm writing here. WL by 4. WL W value is given 900 newtons in the question. L value is also given in the question, 2.5 meters by 4. Now what is the answer? What is the answer? Make it fast. How many students are? 39 students are there. Only one boy replying. 22 roll number, are you there? Roll number 22. Not. Whenever I'm calling the person is, yeah. What is the answer? Make it fast. Listen, Babu. Whenever I'm calling the persons, if you people not respond my question, simply I make it as absent. Roll number 3, are you there? Roll number 48 is also not there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is the answer?
Yeah, sir.
You are listening the class from outside, I think. Roll number 3. Roll number 93, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Tell me the answer. What is the M value? Roll number 56. Harshita, are you there? Harshita, she is also not there. Tell me what is the answer M value? What is M here? Everything I written.
562.5, sir.
562.5. How much? Tell me again. 56?
562.5.
562.5. 562.5. What is the units? What is the units, Babu? The load is in terms of
Newton.
Newton.
Newton per mm square.
Length is in meters. Newton mm, not Newton per mm. Newton
Newton meter.
meter. Newton meter. So m value, t value we calculated. M value, t value we calculated. Okay. Now, what is the thing required to calculate d value? Nothing is required. It is enough. It is enough. So, as per the maximum shear stress theory, I am writing the equation. Equivalent torque T equals square root of m square plus t square. Okay. Now, submit the two answers here. What is m? The m value is 2562, t value is 954. 954 square, and m value how much? M value 562. 562 square. Now tell me that this value t equal how much? Make it fast. What is te? Te value. The te value should be in terms of Newton meter. The te value should be in terms of Newton meter. Make it fast, Bob. You are taking so much time. If somebody is not unable to speak, they can write the answer in chat box. If you are unable to speak the answers, you can write the answers in a chat box. I can see the answers here.
Sir, uh, 11 1107.2, sir.
07.2 Newton meter. Very good. What is your roll number?
94, sir.
94. Very good. Okay. So this is the equivalent torque. Now we need the d value. So to calculate the d value, what is Te? Te is nothing but pi by 16 into sigma s into d cube. Why I am writing sigma s? Because maximum shear stress theory, here shear stress, the title itself indicating shear stress. So that reason here sigma s I am writing here. Okay. So equate this answer to this equation. Pi by 16 into sigma s into d cube equal 110.72. Now sigma s is given in the question. Pi by 16 is a constant value. Calculate the d value. D equal 1107.2 into 16 by pi into sigma s. Sigma s value how much? How much it is given in the question? Sigma s value 42 megapascal is given. 42. Now tell me the d value. Cube root of d value in terms of meter. Tell me the d value in terms of meter. Make it fast. What is d value? Make it fast, Babu. You are taking for every step. You are taking so much time. Remember this thing. Whenever you are coming to the DME class, you should be you sit the class with the paper, pen, and calculator. Whatever I'm writing on the screen, you note down on your paper. I think nobody doing this one.
Sir, 34.76 meter, sir.
34.76. Not you are doing something wrong. cube root of not square root of cube root of 1107.2 into 16 by pi into 42. Make it proper again. Solve the problem again.
Sir, 5.12 meters.
Very good. 5.12 meters. Okay. So converting into mm. Mm means 51.2 mm. Okay. This diameter as per the maximum shear stress theory. Now next theory, maximum principal stress theory. Maximum principal stress theory. Maximum principal stress theory. Equivalent bending moment equal m plus square root of m square plus t square. Okay. Now what is me? Pi by 32. Pi by 32 sigma b into d cube. Okay. So m value, how much you got? M value 562 plus square root of 562 plus 954 square. Okay. Substitute the all values here. Sigma b value, how much given in the question? Sigma b value is given in the question 56 megapascals. Everything I written on the screen. Just you need to substitute in calculator. Tell me the d value in terms of meter. Make it fast. Make it fast. What is d value as per maximum principal stress theory? As per maximum principal stress theory, what is d value? Again, you are taking so much time. What is d value? Atif Babu, are you there? Roll number 3. Atif Babu.
6.72 meters.
6.72 meters. Okay, 6.72. 6.72 meters. It means if we convert 67.2 mm. Okay. So these values, diameter of the shaft, according to the maximum shear stress theory, according to the principal stress theory. Okay. Now go to the question first. Question is, a mild steel shaft is transmitting this much of power at a speed. This one load is 900 Newton, and asking to calculate the size of the shaft. Just now we calculated. Now the question is again, what is the size of the shaft when it is subjected to the gradual apply load? It means it is transmitting the power. Simultaneously, it is subjecting to the from the outside, gradually loads are subjecting. It means by seeing this statement, you need to conclude this type of problem is subjecting to the applied to the fluctuating loads. This type of problems are application of fluctuating loads. Okay. So for that, what is the equation? The equation is, first, according to the shear stress theory, equivalent torque T equal square root of Km into m square plus Kt into T whole square. Okay. Now second one, according to the maximum principal stress theory, maximum bending moment equal Km into bending moment plus square root of Km into capital M whole square plus Kt into capital T whole square. So these equations are going to change slightly, that is multiplying with the km, multiplying with the kt, multiply the km with kt with km. Okay, so what is km kt? Km kt is nothing but it is a factor, shock and fatigue load factor. Why we are taking into consideration this one here? Because the shaft is while transmitting the power, the shaft is subjected to the fluctuating loads. Okay, now what is again here km value, kt value? Km is nothing but shock and fatigue load factor for bending. Kt is nothing but it is a factor of shock and fatigue load factor for torsion. So as I said earlier just now, km value, kt value we need to take from the table. What are those? See here, see here, question is given, um, shaft is transmitting the power, nothing but it is rotating condition. Okay, now question is given in statement, gradually apply load, gradually apply load. So at this situation here, kt value 1, km value 1.5. Kt value is a 1, km value is a 1.5. Like this we need to take. So kt value as a 1, km value as a 1.5. Km value how much? 1.5. Kt value is a 1. Okay, now m and t we already calculated. How much m value we got? 562. M value we got as a 562. And t value how much we got? T value we got as a 9. T value we got as a 954. T value as 954. Okay, so substitute the all values in these equations and tell me the d value for the first case, tell me the d value for the second case, where te is nothing but pi by 16 into sigma s into d cube, where t me is equal pi by 32 into sigma b into d cube. Okay, everything and I written on the screen. Only you need to substitute in calculator, tell me the d value for the first case in terms of meter, for second case in terms of meter. Make it fast, Babu. You always ready with calculator, because at any time I'm going to ask the questions. I think nobody listening the classes. Huh? Total 44 students are there. One student is talking with another call, rule number 22. 75, are you there? Roll number 75. Roll number 75. Roll number 85. Are you there? Roll
Yes,
number,
sir. 75 there.
what is the answer? D
Calculate
value.
2.
Make it fast. Balaji Singh, roll number 70. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Present, sir. 70.
Are you calculating or simply sitting?
No, doing, sir. Doing.
5.36 meters.
5 point?
36
Which one?
for first one.
5.36. Very good. Very good, Babu. 5.36. 36 meters. Now, what is according to the second maximum principal stress theory D value? Tell me the D value. Tell me the D value.
6.14.
6.14. Very good. What is your roll number?
25.
25. Very good. So this is the procedure to calculate the solving the problem when the question is given subjected to the fluctuating loads. Only the thing is, first we need to identify. Identification of the question is very important. The given question belongs to which category? Not only for this design of shaft, in design of machine element, in every case, first you need to perfect with the identification of problem. After identification, we need to select the equation. Which equation is suitable for this question? After selecting the equation, what parameters are required to solve that equation? Like that, step by step procedure you need to follow. And don't forget to write the
Sir,
equation. Yeah,
sir, what is the actual diameter then? Means how can be there this many diameters? I mean, what is the actual diameter of the shaft?
this is here. Whenever you are selecting this first two, maximum according to maximum shear stress theory, maximum principal stress theory, you got the two diameters value 5.12, 6.72. These two diameters are when the shaft is not subjected to any fluctuating loads. Okay, again you will get the one question between these two, which one we need to select. That is a question. So whenever getting such questions, see here, always we need to design to sustain the maximum load. Any product you are designing, that design should be sustain the maximum load. So when it is going to sustain the maximum load, whichever is having the maximum dimensions, whichever is having the maximum strength, that is going to sustain the maximum load. What happens if design like that? The failure we are going to prevent. So in this, between these two diameters, 5.1 to 6.72, between these two diameters, we need to take the maximum value 6.72 meters. This value we need to select for the safe design when the shaft is not subjected to any fluctuating loads. Another case is given subjecting to the fluctuating. This is another case. In this case, see here, two diameters you got 5.36 and 6.14. In this situation, which one you need to select for design? The D is equal to 6.14 we need to select, because the larger value if you select, it's going to sustain the maximum load. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, and is it compulsory to find both TE and ME, sir? Why are we finding both TE and
Yeah,
ME?
very good question, Babu. See here, question is given in the maximum permissible shear stress is as a 42 megapascal, maximum bending moment as a 52, 56 megapascals. Two values is given in the question. So that's the reason I'm calculating the TE and ME. If question any one of the value is not given, suppose question is not given sigma B value. Let's assume question is not given sigma B value. At this time, just calculate the TE value. For example, question is not given the sigma S value, only given sigma B value. At this situation, calculate only ME value. Not don't calculate the TE value. If the question is given the two values, it is mandatory to calculate the two values,
Sir,
TE and ME. Yeah,
our ME value is wrong, sir. 7.2, sir.
this one, Babu.
Yes.
7.2 meters. Okay. Okay, Babu. Any doubts regarding this problem? Only one person is asking doubt. I'm expecting the answers and as well as doubts from the other peoples also. You're asking the doubts means you are listening the class. So shall I move to next problem if you don't have any doubts? First you copy this problem or else, take a screenshot. You better take a screenshot. Okay. Now this is the second problem based on the fluctuating loads. Based on the fluctuating loads, this is the second problem. So see here, design a shaft to transmit the power from an electric motor to lathe headstock. One lathe machine is there. This lathe machine is running with the help of electric motor. Okay, through a pulley. Pulley case is given. Pulley means nothing but it is a system is given in the problem belt drive. So see here appearing belt drive. Belt drive. Okay, the pulley weights is given 200 newtons. First write the given data. Given data. Pulley weights is given 200 newtons and located at a 300 mm from the center of the bearing. So I'm drawing the diagram for this case. One shaft is there. On that shaft, one pulley is there. One pulley is there. Okay. Through this pulley, one belt drive is attached here. Here one lathe headstock is there. This is the lathe headstock. Okay. Okay. Like this, it is transmitting the power. So it is rotating in this manner. So this is the bearing. Okay. Continuously it is rotating. Now the distance from the bearing to center of bearing to the pulley is given as how much? 300 mm. 300 mm. Okay. And that where diameter of the pulley is given 200 mm. Diameter of the pulley 200 mm. Okay. And the maximum power transmitted is 1 kilowatt. Power is given is 1 kilowatt. So I'm writing in terms of watts. 1 into 10 to the power of 3 watts. Okay. Now pulley weight is given is 200 newtons, maximum 1 kilowatt, running it at 120 rpm. N value is given 120 rpm. The angle of lap of belt theta value is given 180 degrees. The coefficient of friction between the belt and pulley is given as mu as a 0.3. Here, shock and fatigue factor for bending and twisting. It means, see the statement, shock, fatigue factor, bending, twisting are 1.52. By seeing that this statement, you need to conclude one thing. What is that? The given question is belongs to the shaft subject into fluctuating loads. So Km value is given, bending, for bending Km value is given 1.5, Kt value is given as a 2. Now allowable shear stress is 35 megapascal. 35 megapascal, or else we can write as a 35 Newton per mm square. Megapascal we can also write as a like this. Okay, Babu. Now question is asking to design the shaft. Design the shaft is nothing but determine the diameter of the shaft. For this case, what is the diameter of the shaft? So for this case, to calculate the diameter of shaft, we have to follow maximum shear stress theory. Maximum shear stress theory. Maximum shear stress theory. Why see here? What is the reason I'm following the maximum shear stress theory? T equal m square plus t square. See here, The shaft is transmitting this is the electric motor. The shaft is coming out from the electric motor, transmitting the power. So while it is transmitting the power, it is subjecting to the capital T, torque. And at the end of the shaft, it is subjecting to the uh, pulley. So because of pulley is having the somewhat weight, 200 newtons. So for that reason, the shaft is subjected to the bending moment. See here, T is appearing, bending moment is appearing. So for that reason, this problem is subjected to the combination of torque and bending moment. Okay. Now, additionally here, sigma S value is given. Sigma B value is not given. Sigma B value is not given in the question. Only sigma S value is given. For that reason only, I selected the only one equation as a TE equal square root of m square plus t square. Now, additionally here, question is given shock fatigue factor for bending and twisting. That is, this shaft is subjected to the fluctuations. So for that reason, this equation is going to change slightly as a Km as a Kt. Km value, Kt value is given in the question. No need to select from the table. And only you need to calculate here M value and T value. See here, what I said to solve the problem, first we need to identify the problem. So I identified this is a combination of bending and torsion. After that, equation we need to select which equation is suitable for solve this question. So I selected this equation. This is suitable for this solving question. After selecting the equation, what are the parameters required to solve this equation? What are the parameters required for here? T parameter, M parameter is required. That parameters I'm calculating now. So equal T equal T is nothing but torque. So this T value we can calculate with the help of power equation. Power is equal P is equal to 2 pi nt by 60. So T is there. So with the help of this equation, T how much? Tell me the T value in terms of Newton meter. T value in terms of Newton meter. Why Newton meter? Because the power is appearing in terms of watts. Watts is nothing but joules per second. Joules per second nothing but Newton meter per second. So this Newton meter is appearing here. So that indicates here. Tell me the torque value. Make it fast, Babu. What is the torque? Make it fast. Make it fast. What is T? What is T?
79.5.
79.5. Very good. T value calculated. Now M value. To calculate M value, see here M value. See the diagram. What is the diagram here? It is fixing at the one end and another end is free. Another end is free. So it is nothing but it is a cantilever beam. It is a case of cantilever beam. Cantilever beam. Okay. Cantilever beam nothing but one end is fixed, another end is subjected to load. So same manner. The diagram is applying this diagram is indicating same this manner. So indicating W here means nothing but load pulley is mounting here and fixing this one support is nothing but fixing in the bearing. Okay, nothing but cantilever beam. For this case, what is the bending moment equation? Bending moment equation is load into perpendicular distance. Load into perpendicular distance. So what is the load here? The load is given in the question 200 newtons. The load is given in the question 200 newtons. But here what happening? Because the system is applied with the belt drive. So because of that reason, belt drive we having the two sides, tight side as a T1, slack side as a T2 plus its self weight. This total summation of these values are nothing but vertical weight load on the shaft. This load is nothing but this one, because the system is given question is belt drive. Belt drive is having the slack side and tight side, that is T1 plus T2, and its self weight. If you add these are all things, you will get the total load. And what is the perpendicular distance? Perpendicular distance is given 300 mm. So 300 mm we can also write, just convert into a meter. 300 mm means, what is a meter in terms of meter? Three hundred means 0.3 meters. Only the thing is we need that W value. So W value is nothing but here total value. Sorry, total value. Okay, WT, total W load into perpendicular distance. We will get the M value. Okay. No. So to calculate T1, T2, tension in tight side and slack side, torque transmitted by the shaft when pulley system is given, we have one relation, torque, total torque is equal T1 minus T2 into R, radius of the pulley. Okay. So total torque value just now we calculated. Here torque we calculated as a 79.5. 79.5 equal T1 minus T2, R value, radius of the pulley. So diameter of the pulley is given 200. So now what is the radius here? 100. So T1 minus T2 as 79.5 by 100. This is the first case. Now ratios of tension is given. Ratios of tension, log T1 by T2 equal e to the power of mu theta. Sorry, not T1 by T2 equal e to the power of mu theta. So theta value is given in the question as a how much? Theta value? Theta value
180.
180, sir.
180
180.
degrees. So 180 degrees we need to convert into radians. So to convert 180 degrees, convert it to radians, pi by 180. Multiply the pi by 180. Pi is the radians. Okay. And mu value is given in the question 0.3. So T1 by T2 equal e to the power of 0.3 into pi.
0.0174
E to the power of
radians.
which one, Babu? E to the,
2.5 radians.
2.
e to the power of zero point 0.3 into pi. E to the power of
2.5.
2.5.
2.5. Yes, sir.
2.5. T1 by T2 is equal to 2.5. Now T1 is equal to 2.5 T2. Substitute, this is the second equation. Substitute the T1 in this here. 2.5 T2 minus T2 equal how much? 0.795. How much T2? How much T2, Babu? What is T2?
0.53.
0.53. Now what is T1? What is T1? Total load is equal to 0.53 plus 200 plus what is T1? Make it fast. So this one is Newton
1.3.
meter.
1.32.
1.32, very good. 1.3 Newton meter. 1.32. So what is total load? 200 plus 0.53 plus 1.32. Make it fast.
201.8.
Huh?
201.8.
201.8
8.
newtons. Okay. So WT we calculated. Why we calculated? To calculate the M value. M value is equal to WT into 0.3 meters. So WT is a 201.8 into 0.3. So what is the M value? What is M value?
60.55.
16.60.
60.
60.55
60.55.
Newton meter. This is bending moment. Now see here in this equation, M value we calculated just now. T value also we calculated 79.5. Okay. And KT value is given in the question. Only we need to substitute the all values in the question. So see here, TE equal square root of Km into M whole square plus KT into T whole square. So Km value how much given? Km value as a 1.5. 1.5 into M value how much we got? 60.55 whole square plus KT value as given in the question, and 79.5 we calculated. Total square root is TE. Now what is TE? TE is nothing but pi by 16 into sigma s into dq. Simplify this equation. Finally, tell me the answer D value in terms of meter. This is your answer. Okay. Calculate it and tell me next class. Don't leave the class. I'm taking attendance. And one more thing, Babu. Wednesday we have the DOM lab. On Wednesday we have DOM lab.